Today's video is about this guy. This is the Benq ScreenBar that I've been using in my office setup for the past 2 weeks. A few months ago, I was talking with some colleagues about the different desk lights that we have available here in the office. Most people use a pretty traditional desk lamp, and that's what I have been using as well for most of the time when I've been working in offices. And we were talking about how about these screen lights, do they actually work, or what is the benefit of it? A few weeks later, Benq reached out to me and asked if I wanted to test the ScreenBar with my main monitor in the office, and I was super keen to do that. Alright, time to unbox this ScreenBar e-reading lamp that I will be mounting on my office monitor and see if it makes a difference in terms of eye strain and just overall usability of my monitor. We take that main packaging away, and then we get presented with a little info leaflet. We get the attachment for the lamp that you put on the back side of the monitor and that holds the lamp in place. We get a power cable, and this is a USB-A to USB-C. Nice to see USB-C used in something like a lamp like this. And then we have the main lamp here, and this is a pretty long version, so it's supposed to work with this kind of a bit bigger monitor and replace a desk lamp that you might have on your desktop today. The lamp, the cable, and the attachment, that is all that is in the box. Let's mount it on a monitor. We start off by putting the weight in place like that, and it actually seems to fit pretty well. As you can see, it's not covering any part of the screen, at least not what I can see now. So let's put the actual lamp in place. Back here we have some plastic foil that is covering the little hole where the cable can come out. Alright. Yeah, okay, there we have it. That's good. Then we get the USB-C connector, very exposed here in the middle, and then we can just take this and plug it into one of the USB-A ports on the monitor. There's not too many controls on this screen light. You have this weight in the back, and you hang that on the back of the monitor, and that means that this part here covers most of the bezel, but nothing of the actual screen. You quite quickly find your way of setting this up. And once you set up the temperature and the brightness the way that you want it, it seemed to remember these settings, so I never have to adjust it on a daily basis. It goes back to the settings that I have selected previously. Up top here, there is also an illumination sensor that reads the light in the room and adjusts the brightness and temperature of the light to match that is around in the room. You can override this and change the settings yourself. So you have a brightness setting here where it can go really bright and then turn back down to lower brightness. And also a temperature setting where it can go really blue and then go over to a bit of a more yellow light. If you want to go back to it automatically adjusting itself, you have a button for that here. So when you press that one, it will first light up very intensely. Then it will adjust itself to what it recommends. This is the way it looks when I come into the office and plug in my laptop into my monitor setup. When I take the laptop out to go to a meeting, for example, it takes a little while and then the ScreenBar turns off. And then when I come back to the desk and I plug my laptop back in, as you can see, the ScreenBar turns right back on. So this is a very nice way of always knowing that you're gonna have good light at your desk. But when I come in the morning, I very often have to turn it on first time. So I'm not exactly sure why that is, but when moving back and forth between your desk and another location in the office, it turns on and off automatically, which is a neat feature. As you can see here on my current desk setup, there is really not a lot of space to take from. There is the laptop, the main monitor, the second monitor, keyboard and mouse, and then a little bit of a paper and letter collection there in the end. There is a little bit of space in behind the laptop, so that's where I would probably fit one of those regular lights if I would be using them. This is one of the main positives of having a light that goes on your screen, that it actually saves a lot of space on the desk. And especially if you use one of the smaller desks or have a desk in your home working from home, it might be actually hard to put a light onto the desk. Here you can see the base of a regular lamp placed on my desk for comparison. And there you have the lamp, the way that it would look when I use it together with this desk setup. I have a matte screen where reflections are not as prominent, but if you have a glossy screen, I think this could actually be a very big plus for a screen light as compared to a regular desk lamp. I have had a bit of issues in my work life with getting eye strain because I do work in front of a monitor almost all the time during the day. Therefore, I have glasses that I wear oftentimes when I'm in the office, but I often forget to put the glasses on. And when I forget to put them on, I can sometimes feel a difference, but it's not that big of a difference. So that means the glasses are most often lying in their box and being unused for most of the time. And I really thought that the Benq ScreenBar would be a similar experience, that I would forget that it was there and forget to turn it on and then basically not miss it very much when I wasn't using it. But it has really been the other way around. The few times that I forget to turn this guy on, I can really feel a difference in just a short time. So it really has that effect to it, that it lifts a bit of the background brightness that comes straight from the screen into your eyes and making the eyes feel a little bit less strained. So are there any negatives to this light? There has to be something, right? I personally think that it doesn't make this monitor look better. This is a super clean monitor with very slim bezels, and I really like those bezels to be as slim and as clean as possible. And when you add something as big as this guy to it, I mean, it's really making the monitor look in a really different way. So if you're very conscious about design and about the looks of your desk setup, which you can quite obviously see I am not, but then maybe it is better to get a really nice design lamp to complement the looks of your desk and not have something that sits on top of your screen. If you want to buy one of the Benq ScreenBars, I will place a link in the description below. They cost approximately $100. That is it for this video about the Benq ScreenBar, a light that you put onto your monitor to be able to make a little bit less strain on your eyes, as well as light up your desk as a whole without consuming any space on the desk, because the lamp is mounted onto your screen. As I said, I am positively surprised, and I will keep using this guy on my main monitor all the time when I work in the office. It's really something that adds value to my in-office desk experience. I'm W2Best, I make in-depth gear reviews and tutorials, and if you like this video, it would be super nice if you want to put a like on it, and then I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.